Hi, I'm Katie Ziskind. I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist at Wisdom Within Counseling in Niantic, Connecticut. This video is about helping a child, maybe it's your child, maybe it's a neighbor, who feels sad, but this sadness is starting to be a little bit more than the everyday sadness a child faces. So children, just like adults, can experience depression. Depression is when you feel blah. You feel unmotivated, lethargic, tired, and you don't want to do fun things that used to be fun. So for a child, they might want to stay in their room, they're not going to want to go to school, and they don't even want to come down for a family dinner. For an adult, you might feel depressed and not want to go to work. You might want to lay in your bed for 10 hours. You might be napping during the day, which is actually making your sleep cycle worse. And depression for adults often goes hand in hand with alcoholism, drug use, and other mood issues. But here in this video, we're talking about children's depression, sadness, and if you should be getting help or if it's just a phase. So the first thing is that sadness is something you want to normalize. So if your child feels sad, that's okay. Share an experience of when you've also felt sad too. So if your child's sad because they've recently lost their pet, it could be a little guinea pig that they loved so much, and now their pet has passed away, share a time from when you were a child, from when you lost a pet once too, and then they can relate to your feelings and know that they're not alone. What you don't want to do is shame your child for being sad. So if your child's crying, you don't want to say, stop crying, we don't cry in public. You wouldn't want to say something like that. You just would want to kind of honor where they are emotionally and let them know it's okay to cry and be sad. This is one of my favorite books for helping children overcome sadness and realize it's okay. We all have blue days or blue loon days. And in the back of this book, there's some fabulous tips by Julia Cook and signs that you can look for in your child, because your child or your teenager, they're not going to explain to you why they're sad. Children, unlike adults, don't have frontal lobe development in the brain. So when a child's sad, they will give you symptoms. They will become symptomatic. So just like, let's say if you started to have belly pain, it would probably be a symptom of a deeper issue. The depression is actually a symptom of a larger family issue that's going on. So if your child's hopeless, having trouble concentrating in school, hiding underneath desks, even telling you that they want to self-harm or are feeling suicidal, that they don't want to keep living, those are major red flags, and you absolutely need to seek a child professional counselor. Your child definitely needs help sooner than later, because your child's feelings won't just go away. They're going to get bigger and they're going to get worse. Teenagers often have low self-worth. This can begin to develop in adolescence. If your adolescent had great friends and then these friends don't want anything to do with your adolescent, your child will develop feelings of low self-worth. So a therapy office can be a fabulous place to build positive self-talk, can improve depression, and can help your child, your adolescent, or your teenager develop essential positive coping skills to handle all of their feelings in healthier ways rather than choosing negative behaviors. Another way that you can focus and read your child or your teenager's behavior rather than asking them directly about what's going on is by paying attention to their body language. So it's really, really important to notice if your teenager is losing weight, or if your child is losing or gaining a lot of weight, if they're becoming violent, if anger is definitely a symptom of depression as well, if they're not eating, if they're kind of withdrawing, if they're just not really themselves, absolutely seek professional therapy. Your child or your teenager needs a safe place to call their own, and that is what will allow them to build trusting, meaningful relationships. So by the relationship your teenager or your anxious child has with a therapist, that connection, that bond, the trust, the therapist validates your child's feelings, they start to develop self-confidence. And then from that positive talk in the session, your child or your teenager will have a whole host of positive influences. So not only positive self-talk, like I am good enough and I am going to get through this big test or this big challenge, or I am going to get through this bad day and I believe in myself, but also positive coping skills. So what we do here at Wisdom Within Counseling, it's very unique and different. I use art, yoga, music, and outdoor and animal-assisted therapies, along with talk counseling. Because talk counseling alone doesn't work for anxious kids and distant teens. They need something highly specialized and something that's personalized for them. So the first session starts off as a parent session. From there, we create a plan. I look at your whole family, do a family assessment, and see what's not working and see how we can get things working better. So I love working with anxious kids, highly sensitive adolescents, adolescents who might be more emotional or might be more sensitive to touch or textures, and distant teenagers who are figuring out relationships, dating, trying to be their own person while still living at home in the family. And I am so excited. I've hired 2 phenomenal therapists who are great with children and teens, Courtney and Sarah, who are, I'm just so excited they've joined the practice. And so they do a lot of amazing therapies as well. Art therapy, creative therapies, play therapy for kids. And Courtney loves taking clients for walks on Saturday mornings. Walk and talk sessions are great for depression as well because they boost your mood right away, get a little vitamin D sunlight, and you get to smell the salty ocean air by the beach. So if you're looking to get started in holistic counseling here at Wisdom Within in Niantic, Connecticut, you can call or text 860-451-9364. And you're also welcome to read blog articles, information, a little bit about Sarah and Courtney, as well as myself, why animal therapy is so effective, how yoga therapy works for survivors of sexual trauma, how these unique and different therapies work at our practice. You can do so at wisdomwithinct.com. I hope you have a wonderful Monday. I'm Katie Ziskind, licensed marriage and family therapist, registered 500-hour yoga teacher, and the practice owner of Wisdom Within Counseling, a holistic practice for marriage and family therapy in Niantic, Connecticut. I love helping LGBTQ teens, youth, bisexual, polyamorous, gay, lesbian, anything in that spectrum. If you're questioning your gender, if you're confused about your child, is my child transgender or are they just dressing in different clothes? All of these things can be looked at in your counseling sessions here. This is a place that's free from judgment, that accepts you just the way you are, and allows you to choose what unique skills you want to work on that day. If you don't want to talk, maybe talking about your trauma has just left you feeling sad and negative. Like, who needs to tell that story again? Maybe you choose to do art and paint it out and express it through something beautiful and positive, rather than just rehashing the past. A lot of times when distant couples come to session, they absolutely love the yoga therapy portion of what I do because the yoga therapy immediately shifts you and your partner out of fight or flight, which is a stress response. So if you start to feel attacked or defensive, it immediately shifts your heart rate. So your heart rate increases, your pupils dilate. It's like you're being chased by a woolly mammoth, but you're just fighting with your spouse. And so the yoga therapy offers rekindling of desire. It improves your communication skills. And I also teach you healthy conflict resolution skills so that you and your partner can feel more in love and more connected immediately after your therapy session here. And I just, I would love to be a resource to you. So if you know of any struggling children, parents who are just like separating and their kids need some support, need a safe place where they can let go of their own feelings, or if you're just looking to find happiness and joy through meditation, specific breathing techniques, yoga therapy, yoga postures to improve self-confidence, as well as a spiritual connection through guided meditations or yoga nidra. I'm learning about the chakras and how that plays into who you are. I would love, love, love to help you out. So give a call, 860-451-9364, and I hope you have a wonderful day.